Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Brew Jackets. It's a fun Blue Jackets themed podcast. My name is Kevin, and joining me tonight is my co-host, Hefty Duck, as well as friend of the show, Heartsy. We have a lot of stuff going on in the Blue Jackets world. The Blue Jackets have played 3 games. They've lost two of them, but they won one last night in New York. A big win against the Rangers. They won 7-3, and Adam Fantilli had a hat trick, and it was cool, and we're going to talk about that. The Blue Jackets made a trade during the trade deadline to get Luke Cunnin from the San Jose Sharks for a 4th-round draft pick. We're going to talk about that. What does that mean for the Blue Jackets? The Blue Jackets also claimed Christian Fischer off of waivers. We're going to talk about that. I got some fun clips to share and so much more. So welcome to the show, everyone.
Oh yeah, welcome in, welcome in. We got a pretty good one in store for you all today. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with what we normally end with, actually. So, because there were some things that got cut off from the last show. So, well, yeah, we want to bring up the outdoor game again. One of our favorite things that has ever happened in the history of the Blue Jackets. And Kevin here's got some statistics for you, and then Beezer has a few things he'd like to say.
This recently came out, the TV numbers for the Blue Jackets outdoor game, and as you can see here on the screen from ESPN, it did well. It's up from 16% versus the last 2 Stadium Series games on ABC. Most viewed Stadium Series ever on cable. Most viewed Stadium Series since 2019. So Blue Jackets outdoor game getting some pretty big numbers there. And this was talked about on the show last week. Heartsy wondered, hey, I wonder what the numbers were. And this came out, and I thought of Heartsy. One thing I'll say, then I'll give it over to Heartsy, is I think this is great. It's cool to see that it got good numbers. Blue Jackets outdoor game was just awesome, and one of my greatest moments of my life. Seeing the Blue Jackets play in an outdoor game was just so cool. And just throwing this out there, this is what happens when you pick teams that are not the Blackhawks, who played in like 50 of these. Like, you pick teams, in Detroit's case, that they've played in outdoor games, but it's been a bit now. Or in the Blue Jackets case, they haven't done it before. Yeah, it's going to do well. And 94,000 plus strong showed up for the Blue Jackets outdoor game, a sea of blue. It was just awesome. So great to see it get big TV numbers there. And one of the greatest moments of my life was to see the Blue Jackets play an outdoor game. So that was cool. I'm going to hand this off to Heartsy here, and he's going to go on a heater here.
Oh, a heater. Yeah. I mean, look, I kind of said that this was going to do better than the Winter Classic, obviously, because I mean, although Columbus is not the biggest team, market, you know, in the NHL, but you still have so many supportive fans who are definitely going to make their way to try to consume this game in any way, shape, or form. And you got Detroit, which is hockey town allegedly. So obviously, they were just going to have so many people tuning into this game, and having damn near 2 million people watch this, was it really says something. You know what I mean? It really says something to the league, and it shows hey, like these two, especially Columbus, this shows that hey, we can pull in these big numbers, and we can fill up the goddamn shoe, even if it's hockey, and especially these numbers considering there were like 12 other games that day, and also a Also, like 6 different games like overlapping this. Like again, I couldn't watch the whole game because the Flyers were on at 7.
Right.
And also there was a big pay-per-view like show, so that was sick. But yeah, I'm proud of the Columbus fans. I'm proud of the Columbus fans, and even though I'm a Philadelphia Flyers fan and I really shouldn't really care that much about this, it's just cool to see how so much support can be shown to that team. But they've earned it and they deserve it.
Well, there's a lot of ribbon out there, just some of it friendly, some of it unfriendly about how, oh, hockey town, it's not a hockey town. And quite honestly, um, yeah, it's definitely always going to be an Ohio State football town, but it also is a hockey town. It also is a soccer town.
Mhm.
These three sports are really or what dominate Columbus. I mean, yeah, they got the Clippers. Yeah, they got the Fury
Mhm.
and um a few other things, but these are starting to become bigger names in all of the media. I mean, you can't ignore the Crew. You can't ignore Ohio State football, and now we're getting back to where you can't ignore the Blue Jackets. Um,
Mhm.
like we were talking about before. Um, Also, I gotta real quick say something. If anyone's out there lagging on our Twitter stream, I just reposted the link for our YouTube live stream, and we're not lagging there. So, anyway, yeah, you can't ignore them right now. The Blue Jackets currently have more points with like I don't know 20 some left games left, uh, than either the last two seasons. The last two seasons at this point, see, last year it's 66 points total in 82 games, and the year before that, 59. Right now, the Blue Jackets are at 70 points with oh, I feel like I should have this number better. How many more games we got left?
At least 20
55,
something.
63. Yeah, so it'd be like 19. Oh yeah, about 20, right? Because um we'll talk about Ekblad a little later, but yeah, he's going to be out for the rest of the season. Um, anyway, yeah, it's about
I
18, 19, 20 games left. I just love to see it. That's and same thing with the players. We'll talk about Rowensky here in a bit and all that, but um, just having a stunning performance this year when expectations were not super high. Love to see it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and Columbus has always been a hockey town. People knew if you paid attention, you knew that it just comes from uneducated takes. Oh, it's not a hockey town. Like, yes, it is. Okay, we sell out. The Blue Jackets get good crowds, sell out regardless of how they're doing. Could be bad, could be average, middle, could be good. They sell out regardless, and it's always been like that. And they've always gotten a big bump in attendance when Ohio State football is done and the Blue Jackets get a big bump in attendance, and Columbus as a whole collectively decides that, okay, well, we don't care about Ohio State anymore. We're going to go pay attention to the Blue Jackets now. And they start paying attention to Ohio State again when Ohio State football is back. And
Yeah.
which is the truth. It's always been like that, and it's always going to be like that. If you are a sport, an Ohio State sport not named football, metaphorically speaking, you might as well not matter because you're just there to be filler. That's how Ohio State views you from my perspective. You're just there. I don't even mean that in a disrespectful way, but that's the truth, in my opinion, how Ohio State views you. If you're not football, then you're filler. What are you doing here? But so, and then you put in this where you get 94,000 plus to see the Blue Jackets play in an outdoor game at Ohio State. The whole it's not a hockey town thing was stupid to begin with and not true. But this right here basically just kills it forever because you can't say Columbus is not a hockey town when they consistently sell out, get good crowds, and do this where you get over 94,000 people at Ohio State watching the Blue Jackets play and get good TV ratings. You just can't. So sorry, you can't say that anymore, because if you do, it's just being stupid and uneducated. So don't do that. But great to see good TV ratings and Blue Jackets outdoor game, which is so awesome. And I have a lot more stuff, a lot of fun clips that the Blue Jackets posted. I'm going to share later from this, because it was just awesome. I wanted to share this in the show last week, couldn't do it, but we're going to get it done in this show.
This is
Another
so
thing, real quick.
stupid right now. Sorry,
apologies.
the stream is
Apologies.
lagging so hard. I just have to bring it up again. Like, we're gonna have to promote the shit out of this one after it's posted.
That's all
That's
But
for sure.
Anyway,
Go ahead, Heartsy. Go ahead. What you got?
Also, the big bump in numbers it's not even just because the Blue Jackets are it's just the Blue Jackets playing outdoors. It's also because the NHL in general is just getting a big boost in ratings and viewers and all that stuff.
Right.
And we're up. The NHL is up again, and that's just ever since Four Nations, everyone's been tuning in and watching hockey, and it's been great. Not even just for the Blue Jackets, but for the entire sport.
Oh, I would agree with that.
Yeah, it's you love to see it, especially as a big hockey fan. We're all hockey fans in this stream, I would say.
Yes.
So, it's nice to see that these numbers are this high. Although I am a bit upset that they passed on the 2019 Stadium Series, which included my Philadelphia Flyers beating those fucking Penguins. But I'll let it slide because, Columbus deserves it. And all my buddies live in Columbus.
That's right.
We were completely off Twitter at this point.
Twitter's been down all day, man.
Has it
Elon,
really?
I'm looking at you. Yeah, it's been fucking awful all day.
Okay, well,
it is what it is.
Whatever. It's whatever.
Hi, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube world. Thanks for watching us there.
Yeah.
Yes. So whatever. We have recordings. It'll be fine. I'm sure. It's just weird that I'm not seeing the views right now, because normally we get a pretty good jump right away, but it's whatever.
Technology.
I'm just gonna keep saying it's whatever. So let's talk about the games real quick then.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about let's start out on Tuesday, March the 4th, with a loss against the Lightning, 6-2. The Lightning just won that season series, 2 games out of 3. The Blue Jackets beat them earlier in the year. The Lightning did not score less than 5 goals in a game against the Blue Jackets this year. They were 5, 6, and 6 in their games, because the Blue Jackets beat them 7-6 in the first game that they met this year. So kind of crazy. They let them get a lot of shots on them, let them get a lot of goals on them. Werenski showed up huge, though. He had 2 goals. One of them being a shorthanded goal, which is huge, especially just in terms of being on the power play or defending the power play, which the Blue Jackets have had trouble with. We'll talk about that later. You get a shorthanded goal on top of it. So cool. Gensel and Hedman for the Lightning both had 2 goals each, so they were sort of huge for the Lightning. That's about all that stuck out to me.
For me, when I watch that game, it just comes down to this: is that you had moments where you looked good in that game. You scored 2 goals, which is good. Zach Werenski scores both of them, which is good. And you had moments where you look good. The issue is that you just kind of collapsed, where you just had these moments where you let the Lightning score a goal here and a goal there, and that was the game right there. Because as good as the Blue Jackets have been on offense this season, and they have been good, they are top 10 in scoring. They're one of the, best team at 5-on-5. Power play at home is good. They're good at scoring. They've shown they can score. But as good as they're good at scoring, you can't come back to win like that when you're playing like that. You just can't. And you're putting yourself in a hole where you just can't come back from that. And that's what it was. Is you had some moments where you looked good, you get 2 goals, but then when, your defense kind of goes down the pooper and, doesn't play very good and just kind of lets in goals, that's what's going to happen with that game, unfortunately. That's the result that you're going to get. So that's like a 3 out of 10 for me for that game. It's some moments where you look good, but it just wasn't overall, besides those good moments, it just was not very good.
Yeah. And that kind of continued on into the next game against the Florida Panthers, where they ended up losing 3-0. That was last Thursday on the 6th. Lost 3-0. And that was the first time the Blue Jackets had been shut out since January 18th against the Rangers. And that was, they lost 0-1 in a shootout.
Yeah.
So both teams got shut out during regular play. But and this year, I always want to bring this up though. It's just even with the shutout there, the Blue Jackets have not been shut out one single time at home this whole year. So that is a huge positive. That's a huge plus from like the last few years too. It's just been we've all we've been all been fans for a while. We know how the last few years have been, and this is like a playoffs or not, this is a breath of fresh air, and I really just amazed at how the direction of this team's going. Despite that, they gave up 2 power play goals and an empty net goal to Florida. Florida was 2 for 5 power plays. The Blue Jackets are 0 for 4. So in those 2 stats, there is a win-lose game, because you don't give up those 2 power play goals. Then that's the whole. They wouldn't get the empty net goal at the end, obviously, because there wouldn't be an empty net. There would have been, you would have just gone to OT 0-0, and then who knows what. Now I do want to talk about real quick. The Florida Panthers have been on a heater. They have won 6 games in a row. It was the Blue Jackets were their 5th one. They're the 2nd in the East. They're 1st in the ATL, in the Atlantic. Sorry.
First in the Atlanta.
They have shut out 3 out of. Thank you for that. They shut out 3 of the last 4 games. And this is their second 6-game winning streak of the season. That is amazing. But yeah, yet the Blue Jackets put up a good fight. Just couldn't get them power play goals or power play kills.
Penalty kills.
That's right.
It's the same thing.
That's for true.
Listen, it's been a long week, all right?
Yeah, it's been things have been rough since the deadline.
Oh, I forgot other people's weeks start on Monday. Never mind. Anyway, what'd you think? It was shut out.
There really wasn't a lot going on there for the Blue Jackets. You have 16 shots on goal, and you're not going to win playing like that. You're just not.
Bro, that's like 5 a period.
You're just not going to win like that. And this is something that's happened to the Blue Jackets board this season, where you play these teams that play really good, tight checking defense, and they really don't give you much to shoot at. And when they do give you something to shoot at, you better shoot it, because that chance is not coming back. Those types of teams, you can't be being cute and making the extra pass or the extra play, trying to force it somewhere where it's not. The amount of times I saw the Blue Jackets try to pass it, a cross ice pass from left side to right, try and get in the middle of the ice, and it get picked off. And it's like by like the 3rd time, I just want to say, okay, guys, this is not working today. We got to find something else. We got to find something else to try and do, attack. Because the Panthers were just sitting there. It's like they're showing you what their defense is, and they're saying, hey, there's this open spot in the middle, but we want you to pass the puck there, because the way our defense is set up, we're just going to pick that off and then it goes the other way, and which is what happened. So at some point, I think I would have liked them to say, hey, let's try something else. The plays in the middle are not working because they're picking it off. You're not going to win with 16 shots on goal. I will say in those 16 shots on goal, there were some chances that you could have scored there where you did look good. But honestly, that was like a 2 out of 10 game for me. It was just not very good at all. And there's been times where the Blue Jackets have played teams that play this real good, tight checking defense where they really don't give you anything to shoot at, and they've lost. And there's been times where they played a team like that where they've won, and they figured out a way to get around that. The one that stands out the most is, well, actually two. The one that stands out the most is the game against the Islanders. They won 2-0, and the Islanders weren't really giving them the Blue Jackets much to shoot at, and they find a way to get it done. And the game against the Flyers, where they won that one in the shootout, where credit again a John Tortorella style team plays real good tight checking defense and makes it hard on you, and that's what they were doing that game, not giving you much to shoot at, but the Blue Jackets found a way to get past that. That's what they had to do against the Panthers. Unfortunately, they could not get it done, and that's why you lose. You don't find a way to get past that good tight checking defense, and 16 shots on goal is not going to get it done. You just can't do that. Sometimes there are times where you're playing a team where you can afford to do the extra pass here and there, where you can afford to maybe pass up a shot for the extra shot to shoot it. Sometimes you can't. Sometimes you just it's a cliche, but you have to take what the defense gives you. And if that's what they're giving you, you got to shoot it, because then you get the defense moving. They're out, then they start to become out of position, and then you can take advantage of that. But it's not going to work. It's not going to work unless you don't start shooting the puck. So 16 shots on goal is not going to work out.
Because sometimes you got to listen to that really drunk guy in the third row who just yells, "Shoot the puck!" the entire time. We all know that guy. But no, seriously, I mean, absolutely, just like start ripping them as much as you can. You can't always wait for the ideal time. It's just sometimes it's never going to come, and you never know. One gets bouncing around in front of the goal or something like that. I mean, Florida Panthers look like they just won a Stanley Cup or something. Like, geez.
I know, right? It's almost like they're the defending Stanley Cup champions.
It's almost like they're good or something.
I know, it's like they're the best team in the East right now.
I mean, last
week.
Last week, we're talking about obviously the Blue Jackets beating the Red Wings in Detroit 5-2, and two of those goals that they scored, 2 of the 5 goals that they scored, were just putting pucks on net. You have shots up high by the point, and then it bounces off a stick and it goes in. Sometimes you're just going to have to do stuff like that, and I wish I would have seen more of that. We're just putting pucks on net against the game against the Panthers.
Grip it and rip it. Yeah, first in the East, Hartsey is Washington with 92 points. Florida's up at 83. Carolina's behind them at 80. Toronto 70. Anyway, that's besides the point. Well, Blue Jackets aren't too far down there. They really aren't.
Number 1 wild card. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, they would play Florida.
Enough acting surprised because the team's doing semi well this year. I am ecstatic for it. But let's talk about the best game of the week. And of course, I'm talking about the win against the New York Rangers. This was a heater from the beginning. It seemed a lot closer. The Blue Jackets once again gave up a couple shitty goals. They weren't power play goals, but shorthanded goals, and that's rough to see. Danforth started out with his 7th goal of the year, first period. Artemi Panarin, former Blue Jacket. Also, because didn't Atkinson score against Tampa Bay, and then Bobrovsky? Oh, he didn't. Whatever. He only played against us, and then Bobrovsky shut the Blue Jackets out, and then Artemi Panarin scores against them. I mean, of course, that's just how it's going to go. But then second period comes around, and Adam Fantilli scored not 1 but 2 within 25 seconds of each other. his 19th and 20th of the years. Now, after that, it got a little more rough. So within a minute of each other, on a shorthanded attempt, sorry, Braden Schneider scored, and then Chris Kreider scored 2 shorthanded points within a minute of each other. Not to be outdone, though, Matthew Olivier came in with his 13th goal of the year. He scored that big contract recently, too. And Dante Fabro finished off the scoring. So 4 goals in 1 period for the Blue Jackets. They did 11-2. Third period comes around. Kent Johnson scores his 21st goal of the year. And then the one and only Adam Fantilli scored not only his second career hat trick, his second season hat trick, his 21st goal of the season as well. And a hat trick. Dude, he's the youngest. I forget. I think I lost it already. I exited out. But he's like the youngest in franchise history to get 2 hat tricks in the same season. And that's just I love seeing him really come together. I love seeing him absolutely out there just killing it, especially after having to miss so much last year. It's great to see he didn't miss a beat.
No. So that game was a whole lot of emotions and ups and downs and everything in between, and overall pretty good game there for the Blue Jackets. Giving up 2 short, you go up 3-1 pretty quick there, and that was good. But then you just, you poop your pants there, and you give a 2 quick ones on shorthanded, which is awful. Please don't ever do that again, Blue Jackets. That was just terrible. When that happened, I'm watching the game. I'm thinking to myself, really? You gave up 2 shorthanded goals? Just awful. No, just don't do that. That's just terrible. Because realistically, that could have been a moment where that could have gone away from the Blue Jackets there.
They tied it up with those. Because
realistically, at that point in time, other than Panarin scoring, there really wasn't a lot going on for the Rangers. And then you do that, and it's just oh, God, no, we're not doing that. Just no. But it's a credit to the Blue Jackets. They fought back. They got 2 big goals in the second to make it 5-3. You get 2 more to make it 7-3. Adam Fantilli with the hat trick. Awesome. Adam Fantilli, 2 of his 3 goals were scored in a 24-second time span, which is ridiculously good. Awesome. Danil Tarasov making some big saves to keep the Blue Jackets in the game. Just, 8 out of 10. I minus giving up the 3 goals. That was pretty good right there. And that's what you want. Just got to keep going and play like that. And I have this stat to put up on the screen to show how good has Adam Fantilli been playing recently. I have those stats to share. So here it is. So from Dmitry Filipovic, I probably screwed your name wrong.
Filipovic. I think that sounds right to me. Close enough.
I probably screwed your name wrong. So sorry, Dmitry. But how's Adam Fantilli doing recently? I'll tell you how Adam Fantilli is doing. Adam Fantilli, since Sean Monahan got hurt and being bumped up to the number 1 center spot, has 22 goals. No, I'm sorry. In 22 games, has 12 goals, 10 assists for 22 points. The Blue Jackets are 15-3 and 233 5-on-5 minutes he's played with Kirill Marchenko and Dmitry Voronkov. So playing pretty good there. So shout out to you, Adam Fantilli, for stepping up big time when the Blue Jackets needed you, especially that Sean Monahan is hurt. You've really stepped it up, and it's been great to see. And now there's even a question that I've seen among Blue Jackets fans, which is what happens when Sean Monahan gets back? Do you keep Adam Fantilli there, or do you bump Sean Monahan back up? You could make an argument either way because that line with Sean Monahan was just so good. for
Yeah.
the Blue Jackets, and it was one of the top lines in the NHL. So there's that. But then you could also make the argument that Adam Fantilli's been so good and you want him to stay there. So whatever happens, happens. But here's some stats to just show how good Adam Fantilli has been since he got that number one center spot.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive though too. He's a pretty young player to be playing at that position for as long as he has now too. And of course, they got Boone Jenner back now, like we were just talking about. But yeah, what happens when Monahan's back here? But let's go over. I just want to bring up, where is it? Why am I having such a hard time finding this? Standard stats, points. Okay, Adam Fantilli is currently tied with Monahan for points. Now Monahan has played 22 less games, but they both have 41 points. That puts them tied for 5th overall in points in the Blue Jackets. Of course, leading the pack is Zach Werenski with 68 points. That's 20 goals, 48 assists. Insanity. Behind him is Kirill Marchenko with 61, 24 goals, 37 assists. Also insanity. Then Kent Johnson, 44 points, 21 goals, 23 assists. Dmitry Voronkov, 42, 20 and 22. And then we got Adam Fantilli, 41. Like, dude, these guys are all playing so well. And the Blue Jackets having injuries, it hasn't been quite as bad of an effect on them this year, in my opinion. I haven't looked into like the actual numbers, like compared, like, oh, what would the projected stats have been with these players and or whatever. But like, dude, it's just been so impressive what they've been able to do. I probably said it like 7 times this episode too. Olivier going on his his own personal record breaking season, his career best. And yeah, it's just, I'm hoping Sean Monahan can be back at least sometime. He's out with that wrist injury. He could be expected back in late March though. So hopefully, like with Marchenko, he's back quicker than the original anticipation.
Yeah. Hartsey, do you have anything to say here?
Fuck the Rangers. Yeah, these guys suck.
That's
When
fair.
you're putting up, come on, like, I mean, it just seems like looking at the stats here, they did everything like more and better against Columbus. Yet you're letting in 7 and you can only put up 3 on the backup goaltender. I think the Rangers had their backups in too. I think Jonathan Quick was in net for the Rangers, but still, all that talent that the Rangers have, and you're getting bodied by the Blue Jackets. And like, the Jackets are a good team, and they are playing some damn good hockey, but how do you not like make it close? I mean, they made it close, but then it proceeded to be not close and a span of a few seconds.
Yeah.
And I guess it also, Adam Fantilli is pretty good at hockey. And I figured that out watching this game, or at least watching the highlights and looking at the stats here. Yeah, this guy's pretty good at hockey.
Yeah. And there's a common thing that we've said about games, why the Blue Jackets have won games this season, which is they have a period where they score like 3-4 goals, and that's a big reason why you win that game. And that's a big reason why you win the game against the Rangers, is because you go on a heater offensively and you score 4 goals in the second period, helped by Adam Fantilli's 2 goals there. But you score 4 in the second period. That's why you basically win that game right there, because of another good period like the Blue Jackets have done this season, where you've scored like 3 or 4 goals and you go on to win that game because of that.
Well, not only was it 4 goals in the second period, then it was 4 goals unanswered after that.
Yeah, right.
Like the last 4 that they scored. And that, I mean, that gets into their heads a little bit too, because like even at the very end of the game, they're like, well, we're not even going to try to come back at this point because there's no hope. There's just none. They absolutely demoralized the Rangers, and personally, I'm here for that.
Yeah, these guys suck. They let Matthew Olivier and Dante Fabro put one in the net. You fucking
You blew it.
you fucking shitty fuck ass.
But
You
Matthew
better.
Olivier's been going on a heater offensively this season, though.
He's got 13 goals. Let's look at the numbers and see how many more goals. Before the show ends, don't let me forget. I want to see how many more goals. How many people
On the
do
Rangers
have?
have more
Yeah,
goals.
how many players have less
Recently.
goals than Matthew Olivier? And
On the Rangers specifically?
in the league.
Oh, in the league. Oh, I mean, probably a lot, but
I
mostly
want to
defenders.
see because it's funny.
I can't look that stat up. I can look it up for the Rangers real quick though. I think that's also fine. And not only that, this game was super meaningful because it took away points from the Rangers and put the Blue Jackets up in front of them by I think 2 points right now.
They are number one wild card.
Yeah. So, okay. So on the Rangers, they only have 6 people with more than 13 goals. And so just to kind of reiterate how good Olivier is. Now, to be fair, if JT Miller had a full season with them, he'd probably have a lot more. He's got 7 goals in 14 games. So, but yeah, that's a lot of players who he's doing better than on the Rangers. And going into the season, I thought the Rangers were at least going to be they're competitive. They are. So I can't knock on them too bad. But even if I want to, because they got their ass kicked.
All right, so I'm going to show like all the goals that Adam Fantilli were awesome and everything, but the one that stood out to me the most was this one right here. Was the first goal that he scored. Absolute snipe by Adam Fantilli, and I'm going to show that goal because it was awesome. So here we go. So I'll back this up first because I want to show this.
To describe it for the audio listeners.
Yeah, so Rangers have the puck in the offensive zone. They try and make a pass, and it bounces off a Rangers skate. And then a good defensive play right here to kind of chip that puck and get it out of there. And then there's Fantilli. He picks it up, and he's going to skate over here, and he's going to shoot and score. Just snipe. Absolute snipe. What a shot. And you'll see there. So again, good play in the defensive zone to get it out. There's Fantilli. He's got the puck.
He's got the breakaway.
Kind of like a little.
Is that Vronkov to his left?
Yeah, Vronkov. But smart idea to shoot it because they would have gotten picked off. So good on you there.
I swear, the way that Marchenko and Werenski are skating right now, they're like, he's gonna make it. Yeah. They're like, we don't have to be ready. He's just gonna. You give him that much time and space, you're getting scored on.
Or maybe let's stay back just in case he doesn't score, and they move it out so we can have some men back.
Listen,
yeah,
but it's one of the two.
But
I like my.
Yeah, I mean,
I hear you.
Big decent. You got a decent amount of room that the Rangers are giving him there, But though it is kind of a hard shot for Fantilli because he does have to shoot it right, because if he doesn't, it gets blocked with the stick. So there's some difficulty there, but overall it's a good shot, and he's just going to snipe it past Jonathan Quick.
I want to see the Ranger defender because that might be Keandre Miller. Keandre Miller, who is pretty damn good with his defensive stick too. Like, he's
No,
pretty good. Yeah, that's Keandre Miller. Keandre Miller is pretty good with his stick on defense.
Yeah.
And just the fact that Fantilli is able to, like, find some space, get behind his stick, and just get that shot off. It says some things about Fantilli that says, it basically just proves how good he's going to be in the up and coming years.
And
Yeah.
Hartsey, you want to talk about, like, look at his stick is basically right on Fantilli, and he's still able to get the shot off.
Yeah, Keandre Miller's pretty good with on defense. He's not like the number one defender on the Rangers, but like if there was no Adam Fox, he would be number one over there. And even then, he might actually be the number one actual defender because Adam Fox can't play defense.
And then, as you can see, just by the time Fantilli shoots it, it's too late. By the time that Quick realizes it and just blows it by the goalie over here, just snipe.
Yeah, it's a good shot, and it's a good goal, and it's a good celly too. Because holy shit, he is pumped.
So we'll just play this one more time, and then we'll move on to something else.
Yeah, I think it's just, and then the Rangers are changing, and it's not that great of a change, and it's like Miller's kind of left all alone. It's that quick transition that the Jackets had on that play that kind of got them the goal there. It was the quick transition that got them the goal because, I mean, you got a defender fucking skating forward.
Yeah, you got like your closest defender coming back with like out of stick.
Oh yeah, he doesn't have a stick.
He broke his stick like right at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Fuck the Rangers. These guys suck. I hate the Rangers so much. I hate the Rangers.
So that is Adam Fantilli's goal there, and that was cool. So now I have some stuff from the Blue Jackets outdoor game that the Blue Jackets posted, and I'm gonna share that stuff. Now, this stuff has music, so I'm gonna mute it because YouTube. So you want to listen to it with the music and everything, just go to the Blue Jackets, social media. In this case, it's their Twitter page. So first video. Well, after the game, the line shake, Boone Jenner raising his stick to the fans, Adam Fantilli looking on. There's Voronkov, LeBate, Fantilli giving high fives to the crowd. There's Marchenko waving.
Yeah, they should definitely get more of these outdoor games.
That'd be so cool.
I'm there.
We're going. The whole crew is going.
I kind of hope that it was like really profitable for Ohio State as well, because that will like be much more likely. Because like that's one of the coolest spots to have a hockey game like outdoors.
Yeah.
Because like where else would they really go? Like Lowe's Stadium or whatever the crew play at?
Yeah.
Probably go more. You can't really. I mean, if you're gonna play if you're gonna play Detroit, you really can't play anywhere else.
Yeah.
Ohio Stadium. Like if you played Pittsburgh, you could probably play in
crew.
You could probably play more up north, like Cincy, or maybe playing Cleveland.
Yeah, Cincy's a lot further south, but then Columbus fan base is very centralized though too.
It's basically Ohio, basically.
Yeah, basically Ohio versus insert other city here. I would love to see like the more college teams. I would love to see like a game out in Happy Valley.
Well,
have like all the Big Ten cities play there.
Interesting, Hartsey, you bring that up. That's one of the cities that they're actually looking at is Penn State to bring it there.
You do like all the teams. You do like Philly or like Pittsburgh, and you bring those Jackets in, and they can be like Ohio and do like Detroit. You can have all the like Big Ten like markets and play at Happy Valley.
So
That'd be
that's the first video that the Blue Jackets posted. This one I can play with sound because it's just Adam Fantilli talking. So like we don't have to worry about any music or anything. So here it is. What was that, RT?
No, I was just talking about his hair.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's kind of got like a mullet thing going. Anyways, but Adam Fantilli, we're gonna play this video a couple times, just saying how Adam Fantilli just, I'm paraphrasing it, but basically he liked it.
This is the coolest thing ever. This is the coolest thing ever.
I don't know if next year's Stadium Series or Winter Classic could probably top this one, especially with the numbers that they did.
Oh yeah, I mean
The numbers.
So
what do they mean?
There might be some extra TV numbers because of a wow factor. Like you're playing a hockey game outside in Florida. Like I gotta see that.
Right.
No.
Well, like I can't believe though that like like you brought up earlier, Hart. There was a lot of games on that night. Like a lot.
Yeah, fucking 12. And then, like,
Yeah.
you got to remember, they put a good part of this game on ESPN News because fucking college basketball. And then there was, like, a big, and then it was, like, not only that, I mean, you slot the game in at, like, 6 p.m., which is crazy and wild.
Yeah.
One last time, here's Adam Fantilli.
This is the coolest thing ever.
This cracks me up.
You're right, Adam Fantilli. It was the coolest thing ever.
Just the sound of him tapping his stick in silence as he's looking around the stadium is like oddly funny. I don't know why it is, but
we'll play it again so you can hear it. Here it is. Here it is.
This is the coolest thing ever.
Here, so you can hear it. Here it is. Here it is.
This is the coolest thing ever.
Dude.
This is the coolest thing ever.
There's something kind of funny about it. Just not being able to hear that. You know that they I had heard that they were actually blasting they had microphones down, more of them down by the rink because more people were sitting farther away, and they actually put the sound in the speakers.
That is true. That I have to deduct that is objectively true because I had seats in the upper deck and I could hear stuff from up there.
Yeah, that's so cool.
So
you could hear the players swearing. You can hear all the Detroit players swearing about the high stick. Yes, it's a high stick. Hey, ref, help.
Even though ignoring the fact that you had 46 shots on goal and you only got 3 and your defense let you down and gave up 5 and your penalty kill is awful and it let you down again, gave up another goal. And how about the fact that strategically you had already played the Blue Jackets 2 days prior, so you knew what they were going to do strategically and you failed. Yeah. And you knew that the Blue Jackets are good at 5-on-5 goals. So that would have been a big, focal point in trying to stop the Blue Jackets. You didn't do that because 3 of the, 5 goals were 5-on-5 goals against you. So I don't know. Maybe it's just that instead of you're focusing on a high stick. Oh, and then in the 2 games that the Blue Jackets played the Red Wings, you gave up 10 goals. Play better defense. Just saying. But you're focusing on a high stick when there were other reasons why you lost that game. Just saying.
Yeah, like as much as Ryan Day should have bet against Michigan, Detroit should have bet against Blue Jackets.
That's right. We know that we can't count on Ryan Day to beat Michigan at the shoe when he's coaching for Ohio State. But you know what? We can count on the Blue Jackets. Ryan Day has had 2 tries to beat Michigan at Ohio State at the shoe, and he's failed, and it is embarrassing. He's embarrassed Ohio State with his just inability to beat Michigan other than that one time with Urban Meyer's guys. He hasn't been able to do it with his guys. But the Blue Jackets get one try to play a team from Michigan at the shoe, and they get it done. Good to know that I can count on the Blue Jackets to beat a team from Michigan at the shoe, unlike Ryan Day. Maybe he fixes it. Hopefully. That's besides the point, though. Okay, so next clip from the Blue Jackets outdoor game is we got Boone Jenner giving a little, high fives to all the Blue Jacket fans after the game. So here it is. Also Adam Fantilli. So that's cool. Boone Jenner and Adam Fantilli, shaking hands, high fives to the Blue Jackets fans after the Blue Jackets outdoor game. So that was cool. And I have to say this, but damn, the Blue Jackets really did a good job on their outdoor game jersey. They just did. The pants look awesome with the blue and the white numbers outlined in red and the silver and the blue jersey. And there's the whole military theme behind it with the Blue Jackets Civil War theme is just awesome. And then the big Blue Jackets logo on the helmet is just damn, they just did a good job.
Oh, yeah. I think the organization as a whole did such a good job with that. I mean, we'll probably be talking about that through the next 3 to 5 seasons.
No, the Blue Jackets outdoor game. The Blue Jackets outdoor game is going to be a "Where were you" moment because it was just that important, that good, that fun. It just was. My brother, he's not much of a hockey guy. He's a big baseball guy. And even he was like, I'm paraphrasing it, but basically even he was like, that was fun. He liked it. He works for a medical company that sells medical equipment and stuff. And he was on a call recently. Actually, the Monday after the Blue Jackets outdoor game, he was telling me this yesterday. The first call that he makes to one of the people he works with was a call from Columbus. And the guy's like, oh, sorry if I sound I'm paraphrasing it, but he was like, oh, sorry, I sound terrible. I was at the outdoor hockey game, and my brother's like, I was there too.
And what are the odds that he's talking to a guy from states away?
Yeah. But no, that's
awesome.
But that's one of the things my brother does is he'll get on a phone and he'll talk to people and try and get them to buy stuff and see where they're at. And, most of the time it's, calls that are close by, but then sometimes he'll get a call from Columbus or something. So
yeah, that's cool.
That's cool. And shout out to my brother Ryan because you really didn't have to do this, but you did because that week of the Blue Jackets outdoor game, you had to fly out to California for a work conference for your job. And then you flew back on Thursday and you got home late at night, 11 o'clock at night. And then you got up at 4 a.m. so we could fly down to get to the airport and fly down to Columbus. And your body clock was totally screwed up because you went from Central Time Zone to Pacific Time Zone, back to Central Time Zone, then to Eastern Time Zone for 2 days, and then back to Central Time Zone. You didn't have to do that, but you did. Because unfortunately, my dad, who really wanted to go, couldn't go, and they needed someone to take me, and that was my brother. So shout out to my brother for doing that. You didn't have to do that, but you did. So thank you to my brother Ryan for doing that. So that was cool. Anyways, on to the next clip here. Did the Blue Jackets post anything else from that day? Let's see here. Yes, they did. Here is them saluting the crowd. So that's a cool video right there. Blue Jackets saluting the crowd after the win. And of course, a dumbass comment, "Oh, the high stick." You know, there's other reasons why you lose. I'm serious. I'm serious. I Red Wings fans with their "oh, it's a high stick" comments
You're
are
still
just
gonna lose the game.
yeah, there are other reasons why you lost the game. Like I said, 46 shots on goal, and you only got 3, and
Well,
your defense gave up 5. And
did you hear what Cunnin said?
Yeah.
He said because when he got, when Luke Cunnin showed up here, I think that's who it was, right? He said, "This is gonna get me in trouble with the Detroit fans, but it wasn't a penalty."
Oh, that was Christian Fisher.
Christian Fisher. Oh, okay. I knew I saw a clip something like that
Yeah.
earlier. That's so funny.
But again, I said this before, and I'll say it again. Your defense is ass. They gave up 5. Your penalty kill is ass. They gave up a goal. And then coming into this game that the Blue Jackets are good at 5-on-5.
Yeah.
Did you stop that? No, you didn't. The Blue Jackets score. 3 of the 5 goals were 5-on-5. Like, come on now. And 46 shots on goal. You only got 3 and you gave up 5. And again, in the 2 games that the Blue Jackets played the Red Wings in that 2-day time span, you gave up 10. Play better defense. Sorry.
Get good.
Just saying. So the whole Red Wings fans with a high stick, I'm getting up there where, honestly, like I kind of didn't like Detroit because Michigan, but like I was kind of indifferent towards them because I got family that like the Red Wings, so I kind of, because of them, I kind of have a little soft spot for them because I think about my family that does. But then, like, I see crap like this, and then it's like, all right, you're bumping up to my number 1 hated list because anytime there's a comment about like the Blue Jackets now involving like the outdoor game, you got these dork Detroit fans acting like a bunch of goofballs, bunch of dorks. They're like, "Oh, it was a high stick." Okay, well, we can argue that, but it ignores the fact that, there are other reasons why you lost that game, and Justin Danforth got hooked, and that's why he couldn't move, which led to the high stick. But hey, that's fine. You don't want to focus on the stuff. Other reasons.
It's also been 2 weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
Right.
Jeez.
Right.
There was no way they were gonna win anyway. No freaking way, dude.
I'm sorry. It's just no. We're not doing that anymore. And I like Ohio State, but it's the same thing. I see all these Ohio State fans popping up and they comment. There's something on social media about Michigan, and they got to be like, cringe and be like, "Oh, they cheated. They stole our signs and Connor Stallions and this and that." And it's like, okay, yeah, that's a thing. And that certainly played a role in that. But the issue is, you had 4 tries to beat Michigan and you've lost every time. There's moments where you could have won those games and you didn't do it. So at some point, you just have to put all that stuff off to the side and realize, okay, yeah, that cheating stuff and the signs and the Connor Stallions and, all this sort of stuff had, played a role in it, but you had 4 chances to beat them and you couldn't do it. So at some point, you just need to stop. And it's this, I say that to Ohio State fans with you, "Oh, they cheated, they this, they that." And it's the same thing with the Detroit fans. Like, knock it off with, "Oh, it was a high stick," when there are other contributing factors why you lost that game. Sorry. Just stop.
Well, now both fandoms have things to complain about. Yay!
Hang on a sec there. Grandpa, I gotta call you.
Yeah, no. I mean, that's the way it's gonna go for all time. You get something competitive, and there's people that are gonna be all sorts of mad either way.
Yeah.
But
Sports. It fucking ruins lives, but it
It-
makes lives better.
ruined Aaron Neckblood's life for now.
So here's a picture that the Blue Jackets
Oh.
posted after the
soon?
game. So picture the Blue Jackets posted after the game. So that was cool. So I like this picture right here. That's cool. After the Blue Jackets outdoor game. So that's cool.
Neat.
Let's see here. We have a picture of Justin Danforth after the goal. He scored, which is awesome. We have a celebration after a goal. I think this had to be the Voronkov goal because the Fantilli line is on the ice, but there's Marchenko. We have Boone Jenner celebrating, so that's cool. We have Denton Matejchuk after his first ever NHL goal, and his first ever, he already has his first ever NHL goal, but his first ever outdoor game goal in the NHL, so that's cool. We have, what else do we got here? There's Zach Werenski, so that's cool. A little shot during the game, the fireworks. Warm up, so we have Mikhail Putia and Jack Johnson and Damon Severson. That's Denton Matejchuk. I don't know who those two guys there. It's kind of hard to see in that one. And I think that's Ivan Provorov over there. I'm taking a guess. That's Ivan Provorov.
Mm-hmm.
Another picture right there. So that's cool. I was kind of up in that area over there, in the upper deck. Great seats.
Yeah, I can see you.
Yeah, I know.
I can see it.
Ooh, check this out. We got Matthew Olivier after his goal, so that's cool. Good picture right there.
Hell yeah.
We got another picture, Matthew Olivier celebrating his goal, so that's cool. And I think that's it. I think. Here we have Adam Fantilli sharing his thoughts. 94,000 strong. What an amazing experience. # fifth line at NHL, at Blue Jackets NHL. And here we have a Red Wings dork with, it was a high stick. Zach Werenski, what a night. Thank you to all the fans for an incredible atmosphere. Clapping hand emoji. We have Matthew Olivier, such a special night. Thanks to our fans, friends, and family for making this a lifetime memory for us all. We have Kent Johnson. What a weekend! ! Football emoji, hockey stick puck emoji. So, yeah, that's all we got for the Blue Jackets outdoor game. So there's that. No, I take it back. Michael Neff, he posted this after the game when the Carmen, Ohio played. That's the song Ohio State plays when they win, and they did it when the Blue Jackets won. So here it is. Right here.
That's cool. It was so cool they had the band there and everything too.
I do too. That was a great way to incorporate Ohio State into it because there was a concern
Yeah.
that oh god, they're gonna just Ohio Stateify this and do it way too much because that has happened before where the Blue Jackets and Ohio State are talked in a conversation and just people focus way too much on the Ohio State and not enough about the Blue Jackets. And that was a concern that many people, including myself, had, but they didn't do that. It was like 99% Blue Jackets and 1% Ohio State. And then in the ways that they included Ohio State was perfect. The Ohio State band was a perfect way to do that. They're playing music during the game, and every time the Blue Jackets scored, they played music like Ohio State. When they scored, they play music. So that's cool. This was just perfectly done. And watching a clip from ESPN on YouTube about the Blue Jackets outdoor game. I guess Ohio State didn't want the Blue Jackets to use the Buckeye leaf. They wanted to have like a football helmet sort of thing on their helmet. And
Yeah.
Ohio State, I guess, didn't like that. Like, no, you can't use the Buckeye leaf. But the Blue Jackets and the NHL were like, paraphrasing it, but they're like, oh, screw you. We're doing it anyways. Buckeye leaves on the field and Buckeye leaves on the collar of the jersey.
Yeah. It's super neat.
So
I mean, as long as they make it like the tiniest bit different, like
yeah.
you know.
So
I saw a clip earlier today. Okay. So Matthew Olivier was on the fly,
NHL,
or he was on NHL Network earlier today, and he had found a Buckeyes football helmet in the locker room.
Yeah.
And so they do like their little soccer warm up beforehand.
You're right.
He wore it out to that and was playing around with it.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Right. Yeah. So this is the band, and they had Brutus there, and he was doing stuff, the Ohio State mascot. Like, that's a good way to incorporate it. And I just kind of like I don't even know if you'd call it pettiness, but I just like okay, you say we can't use the Buckeye leaves. Well, screw you. We're going to do it anyways. Buckeye leaves on the field. Oh, and Blue Jackets, guess what? You get to have Buckeye leaves inside the collar on your jersey.
Wonder how the Michigan guys felt about that.
Yeah, they probably didn't know. Not that it mattered. So that's cool. So there's that video. What else do we have here? Couple more things for me. So continue with the Ohio State Michigan sort of thing. When Ohio State played Michigan in football, the Blue Jackets posted a question: who do you think is going to win, Ohio State or Michigan? And these were the answers of the Ohio State of the Blue Jackets players. So here we go.
Oh, it doesn't have sound. Just in case. There's no sound. Oh yeah, it says that it's muted on the bottom there too if you want. So 3 said Michigan for our audio listeners, and 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13 said the Buckeyes.
So yeah. So here we'll pause. We'll play one more time so you can pause it. So there, one for Ohio State, Dante Fabro. It's one for Michigan, James Van Riemsdyk. 2, okay. Justin Danforth says Ohio State. Elvis Merzlikin said Ohio State. Damon Severson said Ohio State. Sean Corrali said Ohio State. Kent Johnson said Michigan, of course. Michigan guy, understandable. Matthew Olivier said Ohio State. Kirill Marchenko said Ohio State. Jake Christensen said Ohio State. Jordan Harris, Ohio State. Adam Fantilli, Michigan. Michigan guy. Get it. Understandable. Oh, Yegor Chinikov said Ohio State. Jack Johnson, Michigan. Michigan guy. Understandable. Sean Monahan said Ohio State. I think Voronkov said Ohio State. So there it is. There's your final tally. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 for Ohio State. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Michigan. Well, that's cool. Blue Jackets prospect William Whitelaw scored a goal against Penn State, and we're going to show that. So, so here it is. Let's see. Oh, that's right. Right here. We're going to share this tab instead, and here we go.
All right. Yeah, describe a bit what's going on here for the audio listeners.
So we'll turn. Okay. Puck's going to start up high. Going to go over here. He's going to pass it over here. Going to pass it back. Realistically, he could shoot it right here. But then last month pass to Whitelaw opens it up. He shoots and scores. And just snipes it past him. This is something that you've seen consistently on a consistent basis from William Whitelaw, is that he's got a good shot.
Yeah, dude's a beast. Can't wait to see him come up here with the.
Yes. Join the long list of Michigan guys that have played for the Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically if you're Russian or you play for Michigan, you're going to play for the Blue Jackets. That's just how it is. Just accept it. But as you see, boom, you're going to shoot open net. He's going to score. Just snipe it. No chance. Just overall thoughts on this goal here.
That's absolutely sick. How'd this game end? Who won?
Oh, Penn State did.
Penn State did. Boo.
Bang!
This is just one of those goals we were talking about earlier about just taking, like, don't wait for the perfect shot. You can't always wait for the perfect shot. You kind of just gotta just slam it in a little bit. I mean, he picks it up, the puck, like across. So like it's so nice because it comes from behind the right dot up to the middle and then over to the left dot to like the goalie had no chance at this. It was not only a great goal by Whitelaw, but just great teamwork in general from Michigan.
And it's kind of a harder shot for him because it's kind of an awkward angle. It's kind of below the goal line. So it's kind of harder for him to shoot it. And it's like he just had to shoot it. Maybe you could have passed it somewhere else, but no, just put it on net and it worked out for him. Where it does work out in his favor is because he's a right-handed shot on the left side. That is an easier shot for him, even if it's kind of an awkward angle below the goal line.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Then I have another angle of this goal that I'm going to play, which is right here. So this is from Michigan's Instagram page. We're going to share this. Okay, here we go.
Is there any sound in this one?
There is no sound on this one.
Gotcha.
There is no sound on this one, but we'll play it again. There he is on the ice right there. But even better overhead shot. So there he is like this. So it looks like he's going to shoot it. And then at the last moment, boom. And this is a good angle right here to show, man, he had a wide open net compared to the other angle that we showed here. But wide open net, shoots and scores.
Hell yeah.
So anyway, so that's that. We have a lot of Ohio State, Michigan stuff that we've been talking about today. Which one thing I've talked about this on the show, and I'm gonna talk about it again, is listen to this clip. It's not William Whitelaw. It's it's another player on Michigan. But when he scores, the crowd goes nuts, and then Michigan immediately plays their fight song. And that is something that I want Ohio State to do instead of ripping off the Rangers' goal horn. So check this video out. Hey, listen to that.
Unfortunately, we can't hear it. I mentioned that earlier that we can't hear any of your streams.
Oh, okay.
You have to you have to remove it and then redo it, I think. Like reshare your screen.
Okay. Well, we can save that for some other time then, because whatever. But point being, the video clip is there's a clip where Michigan scored a goal and their fight song played, and it's like I want Ohio State to do that. I want Ohio State, when they score a goal, to play their fight song and not rip off the Rangers' goal horn. That's what I want. It just adds to that, at football, you score, you play your fight song, the crowd gets going, everyone's excited. That's what I want for Ohio State hockey. Okay, that's what I want. Instead, you rip off the Rangers' goal horn and you play their goal song. Like, no. So just no. Play Ohio State. And Michigan's not the only Big Ten school that does this. Wisconsin does it. When they score a goal, they play their fight song. You have Minnesota, when they score a goal, they play their fight song. Like, that's part of what makes college cool. It's like the band plays music when you score. And that's what I want for Ohio State. Play the fight song when you score a goal. You claim to say in your own words that you have the best damn band in the land, and you don't use it when they score a goal. Come on now. And like I was at recently in Columbus, I saw the Blue Jackets outdoor game and Ohio State hockey game against Michigan. And during the game, Ohio State band was there, and they're playing music during the game, and it was cool. And then, but yet when they scored, they did not play it. And I do not like that. Play your fight song, Ohio State. You say you have the best damn band in the land, which I agree with. Use it. Use it when you score a goal. That's just me, though. I have other videos to share, but that will be until next week. Well, actually, no, I can show one that does not need sound, but other ones that have sound, I'll wait till next week. I saw this on Twitter, and this is from the Minnesota State High School Hockey Tournament, and what a beautiful save here. I just had to share this. We'll back this up. Boom. And you'll see it on the replay here.
Kevin, we can't see it.
What?
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean? Oh, jeez.
It's not on the screen.
What? Oh, jeez. I forgot to. Duh. All right. We gotta. Hey, I didn't put it up on the screen. There's your bingo card.
It's
There
cool.
you-
Twitter messed up so bad, so we don't have like the usual amount of viewers we have. So
Man,
less people will see it.
Yeah, we can do and say whatever we want.
No,
What?
you can't.
I hear you.
So here, we're gonna put it up on the screen, and we're gonna back this up. All right, here it is, and toe pulls out the pad. All right, so here it is. This is a real good angle that's going to come up here. So here it is, and boom! Last moment, sticks the foot out, makes a save. Awesome save there.
Dude, they're filling up an NHL arena for high school hockey.
Minnesota takes their hockey really seriously. This sells out every game. When Minnesota says they're the state of hockey, they are not kidding. They actually mean it. Like,
They're not lying either.
no, they're
Yeah.
not lying. But like, look at.
Also, the Big Bang Theory on Wednesdays.
What?
The fucking ad on the board. Just fucking Sheldon in the background on fucking Big
Right
Bang
there.
Theory. Wednesdays at 6, brother.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that show was still going.
Fucking young Sheldon in the Big Bang Theory. Wednesdays at 6 on 45 TV, brother. Hell yeah, man. I'm tuning into that shit. I'm locked in for young Sheldon.
Because that's what you want to see when you're at a hockey
High
game.
school hockey. Boring guy hockey game. I'm watching.
And that's almost got to be like one of the ads for just like the NHL team, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my
But-
god. I'm going
Okay.
crazy. Fucking laughing
Look
at
at
young Sheldon.
Look at this is where it really stands out. So we go pass, shoot, boom, goal line, stop, sticks the pad out, keeps it out. Right here. And boom, what a save. That should have been a goal there, but the goalie keeps him in the game. So yeah, that was good. Let's see here. We're gonna John Butchergross posted this picture from the Blue Jackets outdoor game, and it was cool. So I'm gonna put that up on the screen. So that's cool. Good picture there. Hartsy, you want to have some Calder talk? We can do that.
Oh my god. Yes. The Calder
we-
Trophy. I'm gonna try to get this in really quickly and try to state my case on why Matvey Michkov should win the Calder Trophy. Because, and it's a very tight race, because, I mean, for some stupid reason, Lane Hudson is number one in points for the NHL rookies, but I want to state my case for how Matvey Michkov should win the Calder, because I got into a nice little Twitter argument on my timeline about how Lane Hudson should win the Calder, and I don't know if you guys are paying attention to the rookies this year, but
a couple of them.
yeah, there are some seriously good rookies out there, especially Macklin Celebrini and
Yeah.
Matvey Michkov. And not
I have
that
him and Hudson on my fantasy team, and let me tell you what, they're doing
fuck
really
Lane
good.
Hudson. Fuck Lane Hudson. That secondary assist merchant does not deserve the Calder. I'm telling you this much. I'm telling you this much. I understand getting all these points as a rookie defenseman is a big deal. Come on, bro. Come on. Like he's got 4 goals. He's got 4 goals, 45 assists for 49 points. But his plus minus is a 16 and he's got 32 penalty minutes.
Minus 16?
Yeah, it's a minus 16.
Move.
And a lot of I want to, and I'm trying. I also want to make a case for Dustin Wolf in the Calgary Flames, who's been absolutely hot in net. Get it? Hot Flames. Get it?
No.
Get it? Why aren't you laughing?
I don't get it.
Hot Flames, Calgary, goaltender, hot.
Hmm.
Anyway, the Calder race has been very close, and I've had people online talk about how Celebrini, is like he's like better than Michkov, and I can honestly state that. Honestly, I can say maybe he is. They are on par, but I still think Michkov should get it because he's playing at such an elite level.
Yeah, but Celebrini's playing with the Sharks.
Yeah, and he's getting but it's like
I'm still making it work.
yeah, he's still making it work, even though his plus minus is a minus 26.
I mean, it's a rookie year. Who's got the highest plus minus on the Sharks right now? I can guarantee you it's not gonna be good. I can get this stat in like literally 2 seconds for you because they have 43 points out of the entire league right now.
They are
plus
awful.
minus. The best plus minus is Fabian Zetterlund with a +8, and he's got 36 points. He's a winger, 64 games played.
Fabian Zetterlund is an Ottawa Senator, I'm pretty sure.
No, he is, I believe. Yeah, they sold Mackenzie Blackwood's out of there, Granlund's out of there. So when you're still producing at a 48 points in 53 games, and without like having a team.
Oh my God, the Sharks' highest plus minus is a +3.
Yeah, technically Shakir Mukhamadullin. He played in 21 games this year.
Who?
Yeah.
Anyway,
you can rewind it and hear me say it again because I'm not saying it again, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, Matvei Michkov should win the Calder. I say this as a very biased Flyers fan, and Lane Hudson should not be number 1 in Calder votes right now.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I got to say about that.
I saw this video. So Ohio State hockey was playing at Nationwide Arena over the weekend. That's another thing is they actually got to play in an actual hockey arena, not the shot. Maybe that'd be cool if Ohio State could actually, give them an actual hockey arena and not have it be stuck at the shot. That's besides the point. But this is a dang it if I've ever seen it, is Ohio State scores a goal because, well, the Wisconsin goalie just kind of fumbles the puck. So anyways, so here is the goal that I'm going to play. Let's look at that again. Let's look at this again. Okay. Goes behind the net, tries to play the puck. Oh God, he just does not go well for him. And Ohio State scores. It's like, what are you doing there, Wisconsin goalie?
Yeah, tend the goal if you're a goaltender.
Look, we already used one of his trademarks, dude. Come on.
Who gives a shit? Steve Dangle.
But there it is. One last time.
Opening.
There's
Who we
the
got?
goal. Joe. And yeah, okay. It didn't have to be like that, Wisconsin, but it was because your goalie kind of had a brain fart there, and Ohio State scored. Oops. But
That sucks.
Hartsey, you have a thought here on this goal here?
I mean, I'm pretty sure I said it. If you're a goaltender,
Yeah. He has
also
it.
doing
And
that against Ohio State hockey is terrible. Like, come on, it's supposed to be the best.
the what?
Doing that against Ohio State hockey
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Do better.
You had it until you didn't. Oops. It just
And then he gets his legs taken out. It's just awful.
yeah. Anyways, I saw that, and I had to share that. I have other stuff to share, but that has sound, and we'll have to wait till next week's show to do that. Anyways, I think that is. Oh no. Well, it was mascot day for the Wild, and Stinger was there. So we're gonna check this out. There's Stinger at mascot day for
Did
the
this
Wild.
green fucker flick a booger at me?
Yes.
We're gonna have problems, Stinger.
Let's see. I think that's it.
Yeah, we're kind of
All right.
a
Well,
little over here.
all right then. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah, we're good. All right. So, last couple things from me here. As always, like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. That'd be greatly appreciated. Please like, share, and subscribe on the YouTube channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell your family, tell your friends. That'd be greatly
Especially when
appreciated.
Twitter's shitting the bed on us this whole time.
Yeah.
I don't even know if our stream is up again or not, or if it's whatever.
Yeah. So please tell your family, please tell your friends, like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube
I'm
channel.
gonna put your voice in.
So
What?
there's
Oh.
that. Like,
Good
share, and
feedback.
subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, got to give a shout out to my awesome Uncle Doc. Wish you were still here, man, so I could talk hockey with you. Big hockey guy, and you like the Blackhawks, and I like the Blue Jackets, but we had fun talking hockey, and you became a big Blue Jackets fan because of me. Love talking hockey with you and having you over at family parties and get-togethers and Thanksgiving and Christmas and Easter and so much more. And I wish you could still hear so I could talk to you about hockey, and I could, talk to you right now about the Blue Jackets outdoor game and me going there. And it was a lot of fun. And I could show you the pictures of me going to the Blue Jackets outdoor game and just so much more. I wish you were still here, but you're not, unfortunately. So wish you're still here so I could talk hockey with you. Love you. You're missed. And shout out to my awesome Uncle Doc. Thank you for everything. I wish you're still here. Thank you for everything.
So rest in peace, Doc.
Check out Union Blue Soldiers. Check out Union Blue Soldiers. It's a fun Blue Jackets theme group that I do We do a lot of fun stuff like marches and so much more. So check out Union Blue Soldiers on all social media platforms. Check out Union Blue Soldiers on all social media platforms. Check out Union Blue Soldiers. So we'll get Heartsy, you can say your stuff, and Hefty Duck can say his stuff, and then we can get out of here.
Yes. So, obviously, if you want to get in contact or talk to me or tell me how much you hate me on social media, you can check me out, Madvid Mitchkov's Discord Kitten on Twitter and also Instagram. And shout out to the CT Assassins, me in Bjork swag, who's actually right here. Owen, say hi. He mutes X.
Hello.
Oh,
And
now
who's going through some things. And yeah, that's all I got to say. And stop doing drugs, Aaron Bled.
yeah, no shit, right? That was big news today. I'll just spit that out real quick. So Aaron Ekblad suspended 20 games for performance-enhancing substances. He's got mandatory NHLPA substance abuse program, and this is the first time since Nate Schmidt in 2018 that this has happened. So when the Florida Panthers make it to the playoffs, Aaron Ekblad's going to have to miss the first 2 games. So I guess you get 6 months if you sniff cocaine, and you get 20 days if you do performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
Which one of those actually is going to help you in the game? And
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not for recreational cocaine. That's insane. What I'm saying is it seems a little bit unfair to me that is what it is at this point in time. But whatever. He did play against the Blue Jackets here recently. And in other Ohio sports news, Cleveland Browns get quarterback Kenny Pickett for Dorian Thompson-Robinson and a 5th-round pick. So congrats. Hopefully that does anything at all this year for Ohio sports. I don't know. I don't really pay attention to football much. Just got to throw it out there. But
yeah, and then Bengals made some big moves recently too, signing some free agency and signing some of their already existing players to contracts, and in the process of getting Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Trey Hendricks into contracts too. So, and spring training's spring training's here, but baseball's almost back. Reds and Guardians. That's just going to be great. One of my favorite times of the year is when baseball and hockey is on at the same time. That's just great. I just love it.
Yeah, buddy. Well, that's all we got for you today. We will see you here next week, back on Sunday. Keep an eye out for a post then. Hopefully X is not screwing us over. It's so funny that this entire time I already knew the stream was bad because I pay attention, but our the program we use to stream just now told us, oh hey, we're having problems streaming on Twitter. Oh shit. Anyway, that's our biggest audience. So to the few of you out there who stuck around through this whole thing, we appreciate you. We love you. I like you. I don't know you enough to love you. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and all the other shit. Thanks again. See you next week.
Fire Sweeney.
Peace.